Hey there, this is the One Boom, and today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty World War II Vanguard. This is a difficult topic because I originally said that I didn't want another World War II Call of Duty game. But then I did a little thing that I wish more people would do. I washed my hands after taking a pee, despite getting zero urine on my hands. Then after that, I decided to think about, for a while, what I would like about a World War II COD game, and nothing came to mind. Honestly, nothing. I really have no interest in a World War II COD game. In fact, the gameplay you're seeing here is Day of Infamy. It's a sort of insurgency World War II game. That's the best way I can put it. If you've heard of Insurgency, this is the World War II counterpart, Day of Infamy. And I was just playing against bots for the background of this video. And it's kind of nice to not have Call of Duty footage every time. Anyway, the interesting thing that I came across when playing Halo Infinite was this idea that, well, if Halo Infinite's gonna be grappling hooks and sci-fi weaponry and crazy over-the-top battles with different, vehicles battling each other, and then Battlefield's gonna be a similar thing, and then I thought about that horrible-looking game, X-Defiant, Ubisoft's newest cash grab, the latest Call of Duty game by Ubisoft, and I thought, well, it'd be kind of nice. It'd be kind of nice if Call of Duty read the room a little bit as a franchise and decided to make a gritty, grounded, realistic World War II game in the MW engine. And you might think that's not happening, because if a Call of Duty game in World War II comes out, it's going to be tainted, ruined by cosmetics and weird bullshit. It's not going to be historically accurate and gritty. Well, maybe not perfectly historically accurate. I wouldn't mind them playing a little fast and loose with, if a girl playing Call of Duty wants to play as a girl, I think she should be able to, and, that helps me to get into games. I know it helps girls. I talked to my girlfriend about this, Yeah, it's not historically accurate, and most girls, if they have half a brain, they know that it's not historically accurate, but it helps them be immersed in the role-playing arcade shooter that Call of Duty is. So I don't mind that, and I don't mind maybe a weapon that maybe shouldn't be there historically, but it isn't the worst thing in the world to have like a prototype weapon, or maybe something that's a little too old to be there, like cowboy weapons. Like if you could have like a Colt single action army in the next COD World War II game, I really wouldn't mind, honestly. I'm sure I'm pissing a lot of you guys off, so we'll move on from that topic, but I thought if they just didn't go silly with it, they just didn't have people running around in leprechaun outfits and Grim Reaper like Halloween costumes, and they really kept it grounded and solidified, and made it gory and dark, and used the Modern Warfare 2019 engine to provide amazing detail and fidelity. I mean, Modern Warfare 2019 completely changed my perspective as to what a Call of Duty could look like. I mean, you might not love Modern Warfare's design, but the fact that they got that level of detail and fidelity and graphical quality into a Call of Duty game, while still having it feel like Call of Duty, when it comes to sprinting and aiming and shooting, it just felt great. And there was some confusion early on with whether or not it was, but if you watch high-level play of Modern Warfare 2019, it's Twitch unrealistic arcadey action through and through. People, sliding off of walls and moving around the map at Mach 10, slide canceling and using pink guns and their fucking kawaii outfits for Mara or whatever cringe is going on there. It's not far from the arcade roots of COD, despite looking very realistic, believable, and being incredibly detailed and getting a lot of gun details right, which I think is important. As people have had access to the internet for a long time now, people have learned about real weapons and don't have all of their weapon information from movies. So people really value when a developer really gets in there and focuses on what makes a gun tick. And so when the gun sounds good and looks good and is realistically detailed and your character reloads it the proper way and the bolt moves the proper way and it doesn't look like it was thrown together by an intern, we value that because we value the extra amount of time that takes. At least we should. Some of us are a bit more cynical than myself, but either way, there could be a lot of value in a detailed, realistic, gritty, gory World War II game. There really could be, because Battlefield is insanity. Like, that is how DICE is marketing the new Battlefield. And Halo is Halo. It's sci-fi romp through and through. It's all about the sandbox. It's all about playing with different toys. But if you gave me a Call of Duty game that was visceral and realistic, and give me visuals and aesthetics and a style that immerses me in the horrors of World War II while still maintaining that sort of fun arcadey Call of Duty action, we could be cooking with some gas here. Just the idea of the realism mode and the Modern Warfare 2019 engine coming into a World War II game, that enough is quite different than what Battlefield is going to be bringing to the table, and a lot different than what Halo is bringing to the table. So if you're smart, you've already found the first problem with the point that I'm making. This sort of involves the idea that you play lots of different shooter franchises. So you don't just play COD, you play COD and Battlefield and Halo and other shooters. So if you are playing a lot of other shooters, then this probably makes sense. That maybe Call of Duty should fill a void in gritty, period piece realism, because everything else is going futuristic, crazy, over the top. Now, I also would love it if Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer got remastered alongside the new Call of Duty game if it's World War II, because then you have a mix of both. So you have modern day combat and nostalgia in WW2, and then you would have, gritty, realistic, historical value in a new COD game. And I know some of you are gonna comment, you're being too optimistic. I'm not. I'm saying this would be cool, not that this is what I think is going to happen, is a really big difference. I think this would be awesome at this point. Because, yeah, you know what, Call of Duty could do pretty well by filling a certain void, and that void is going to be there when Halo Infinite and Battlefield 2042 hits the scene. Battlefield 1 filled a very similar void when it came out. When everything else was sci-fi and advanced movement and over-the-top action, Battlefield went to trenches and bayonets and flamethrowers. And that was sort of refreshing. A little simplistic grit and realism was a nice palate cleanser after Destiny and Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare and Advanced Warfare and Halo 4 and Halo 5 and Battlefield, before was cops and robbers, so that wasn't really gritty either. It was a very comedic game in a lot of ways. So Battlefield 1 was sort of the fun police, but it was a wanted intervention in the blob that was sci-fi shooters at the time, and that blob was getting pretty big. So anyway, I'm not saying that the next Call of Duty will be great. I'm not saying that they're going to do what I'm saying in this video. In fact, Activision has proven time and time again, especially throughout Black Ops Cold War, that making sure the face of the franchise isn't tainted isn't really on the top of their priority list. So I don't trust that what I want to happen is going to happen, and I'm not even going to blame them because they have no reason to live up to my imagination no matter how much I justify my point. But there is something I do think we need to think about here. Economic competition's a good thing, and if Halo ends up netting more players than Battlefield, or Battlefield than Halo, or Call of Duty than Battlefield, or whatever, it'll force other developers to improve their products. I think the days of Call of Duty players just being Call of Duty players is over, and Activision, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, they're gonna have to worry about other games coming in and swooping up that part of the market. It's very possible right now. We live in an era where getting into PC gaming is more accessible, getting into Battlefield and Halo is more accessible. You don't have to worry about playing 30 FPS Halo on your Xbox 360, your little game box with its 256 megabytes of RAM, or maybe it's higher than that, maybe it's lower. It's definitely under a gig. The Xbox 360, the PS3, they were incredibly underpowered even compared to mid-range computers, but the gaming landscape was just different. I don't have time to go into all of the reasons why, but honestly, Call of Duty was so popular because it made, honestly, let's be fair to Call of Duty here, it made the best out of a very, very limiting situation. A lot of those limits are gone. We live in the crossplay era now, and people can save up for pre-built, high-quality gaming PCs now. People really do not have to be glued to their PS3, their Xbox 360 anymore, yeah, I think it's important for Call of Duty to fill voids instead of just assuming that it runs the block. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you think about a World War II game, how they could handle it, how you wish they would handle it. Please tell me down below. I'm sure the comments will be pretty negative on this video because I'm being a little optimistic towards Call of Duty, and that's always a death sentence. But either way, hopefully you guys can give me some cool ideas down in the comment section, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.